Good morning, everyone. This is Rokalabana Vedavyas from Aeronautical Engineering Basics. Today, my topic for MTT concept is existence of Laplace transforms. Before going into the topic, we'll be seeing what is Laplace transform. The Laplace transform is named after mathematician and astronomer Pierre Simon Laplace, who used a similar transform in his work on probability theory. Laplace wrote extensively about the use of generating function in Essay Philosophique sur les Probabilités 1814, and the integral form of the Laplace transform evolved naturally as a result. Laplace's use of generating functions was similar to what is known as the Z transform, and he gave little attention to the continuous variable case, which was discussed by Niels Henrik Abel. The theory was further developed in 19th and earlier 20th centuries by Matthias Clurch, Oliver Heaviside, and Thomas Bromley. The current widespread use of transform, mainly in engineering, came about during and soon after World War II, replacing the earlier Heaviside operational calculus. The advantages of Laplace transform had been emphasized by Gustav Dorstech, to whom the name Laplace transform is apparently due to. From 1744, Leonhard Euler investigated integrals of the form z is equal to integral x of x, which is a function e power ax dx, z is equal to x of x power a dx as solution of differential equations, but did not pursue the matter very far. Joseph Louis Lagrange was an admirer of Euler and, in his work in integrating probability density, investigated expressions of the form x into x e power minus ax dx, which some modern historians have interpreted with modern Laplace transform theory. These types of integrals seem first to have attracted Laplace's attention in 1782, where he was following in the spirit of Euler in using the integrals themselves as solutions of equations. However, in 1785, Laplace took the critical step forward when, rather than simply looking for a solution in the form of an integral, he started to apply the transforms in the sense that was later to become popular. He used an integral of the form integral x power s psi of x dx akin to a Mellin transform to transform the whole of a differential equation in order to look for solutions of the transformed equation. He then went on to apply the Laplace transform in the same way and started to derive some of its properties, beginning to appreciate its potential power. Laplace also recognized that Joseph Fourier's method of Fourier series for solving the diffusion equation could only apply to a limited region of space because those solutions were periodic. In 1809, Laplace applied his transform to find solutions that diffuse indefinitely in space. In mathematics, the Laplace transform, named after its inventor Pierre-Simon Laplace, is an integral transform that converts a function of real variable t to as a function of complex variable s, complex frequency. The transform has many applications in science and engineering because it is a tool for solving differential equations. In particular, it transforms differential equations into algebraic equations and convolution into multiplication. Here, for suitable, we Laplace transform is the integral L of f of s is equal to integral 0 to infinity f of t e power minus ht dt. The Laplace transform of a function f of t defined for all real numbers t greater than or equal to 0 is the function f of s, which is an unilateral transform defined by where s is a complex number frequency parameter. F of s is equal to integral 0 to infinity f of t e power minus ht dt. The meaning of the integral depends on types of functions of interest. A necessary condition for existence of the integral is that f must be locally integrable on 0 to infinity. For locally integrable functions that decay at infinity or rare or are of an exponential type, the integral can be understood to be a poor Leipzig integral. However, for many applications, It is necessary to regard it as an conditionally convergent improper integral at infinity. Still more generally, the integral can be understood in a weak sense. One can define the Laplace transform or of a finite Borel measure mu by the elliptic integral L of mu of s is equal to integral 0 to infinity e power minus st d mu into t. Probability theory. In pure and applied probability, the Laplace transform is defined as an expected value. If x is a random variable, the probability density function f, then the Laplace transform of f is given by the expectation L of f of s is equal to e into e power minus s6. Existence of Laplace transform. The Laplace transform L of x exists provided the integral 0 to infinity f of x e power minus px dx is equal to limit if a is extends to infinity 0 to limit a extends to infinity 0 to a f of x e power minus px dx exists for sufficiently large p. Preliminary absolutely convergence if the integral a to b f of mod f of x dx converges, then the integral a b limits a to b f of x dx converges absolutely. Note that it is okay for a comma b to be plus or minus infinity. Comparison test. If mod f of x less than or equal to g of x for all a less than or equal to x less than or equal to b, and the integral a to b g of x dx converges, then the integral a to b f of x also converges. Observe triangle equality. Integral a to b f of x d of x less than or equal to integral a to b mod f of x d of x. Exponential order. The function f of x is said to have exponential order. There exists constant m comma c comma and n such that mod f of x less than or equal to m into e power cx for all x greater than or equal to n. Criteria for convergence. The Laplace transform L of x f of x exists if it has exponential order. Integral a to b mod f of x d of x exists for any b greater than 0. Since we only need to show convergence for sufficiently large p, assume p greater than c and p greater than o. Integral 0 to infinity mod f of x e power minus px dx is equal to integral 0 to n mod f of x e power minus px dx plus n to infinity mod f of x e power minus x. Here, when we see this can be also written as exponential order 0 less than or equal to e power minus px. Always exponential value lies from 0 to 1. The e power minus always lies from 0 to 1. The first integral exists by assumption and the second term is finite for p greater than c. So the integral 0 to infinity f of x e power minus px dx converges absolutely and the Laplace transform L of f of x exists. Criteria for convergence. The Laplace transform L of f of x exists if f of x has exponential order. Second point, on every closed interval 0, comma b, a f of x is bounded, b f of x is piecewise continuous, and c f of x has most a finite number of discontinuous requirements. 2 of a minus c imply that integral 0 to b mod f of x dx will always exist, so we automatically satisfy criteria. Fourth, function f of p if this leads to 0 as p is tends to infinity. Assume f of x satisfies criterion. This implies f of p is equal to L of f of x will exist if p greater than or equal to m for some m. I want to show that a mod f of p can be made arbitrarily close to 0 for sufficiently large p. Choose an q or greater than 0, fix a p b. We'll discover how large p needs to be as we go. We only care about p tends to infinity, so we may choose p to be as large as we need. Mod f of p is equal to integral 0 to infinity f of x e power minus px is less than or equal to integral 0 mod f of x e power minus px dx is equal to g of p. Note that as p tends to infinity, e power minus x tends to 0 for x greater than 0, so that I should be able to make the integral arbitrarily small for large p. The only potential complication is near x is equal to 0, so we will need to deal with that separately. The important point here is that the part near 0 does not contribute very much to the integral. Let kp is equal to integral 0 to infinity mod f of x e power minus px dx, then g of p is equal to limit a tends to 0 positive k into p. By the definition of a limit, there exists an delta greater than 0 such that kp minus fp is less than or equal to q by 2 for all 0 a less than delta. Using this a is equal to delta, it gives is equal to less than del q by 2. Normal at last we'll be getting, so f of p arbitrarily close to 0 large p when f of p tends to 0 as p tends to infinity. Thank you.